YouTube? It's Random Tuesday Thoughts. That's right, I can't believe it's Tuesday. Again, although I didn't do Random Tuesday Thoughts last week, because Tuesday was Independence Day. Did I not do anything Tuesday? I don't think I did anything last Tuesday. I probably didn't. It was probably the first day, I think it was the first day I took off in a long time. Anyway, Random Tuesday Thoughts, let's get into it. So, Random Tuesday Thought number one, summer's weird. I feel like I don't get as much traffic in consistency basis, but then it spikes, and it's weird. I know a lot of guys kind of take longer breaks in the summertime. I've sort of just tried to keep grinding along, keep rolling along as best as I can. Holidays are weird because it's like, you know, I can't be here to film videos over the holidays, but I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys watch more YouTube in the summer? You watch less YouTube? Is it more of a scattered thing? I know I kind of probably watch less, or at least it's scattered around, because I used to every evening kind of go and pick through everybody's videos and comment a little bit and try to drum up some conversations and drum up some conversations in my own videos as well. But I know I haven't had much time to, you know, I'd set stuff on to post, and then I don't get back to the comments for a couple of hours usually, and then sometimes it takes me a couple days to get back around to my friends' videos when they put them up. So, you know, trying to work on that. So summer's been a little weird for me as far as that's concerned, as far as consistency goes. I feel like I've been able to maintain some consistency, at least on my channel, but as far as commenting and watching other people's stuff and that, it's been a little weird. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you guys had kind of a weird summer shake-up too. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because my kids don't sleep as well in the summertime. I don't know. But, you know, trying to get back into the grind, into the swing of things, and, you know, here we are doing Random Tuesday Thoughts again. So, leave me some comments. Tell me about your summer. How's it going? You watching YouTube? You playing yo-yo outside? What you doing? I'm playing yo-yo a lot, and playing kendama a lot, too. See the kendamas? Playing them a lot. You know, having a good time. So, yeah, that's that. Random thought number two. I was asked a couple of questions, and I figured I'd do two questions this week. I was asked this question a couple of weeks ago. Sorry I didn't get to it. As a aside, make sure you ask me questions. I will answer them in Random Tuesday Thoughts. So if you have a question for me, ask it. I'll talk about it. I like talking about stuff. Question was, what's my favorite packaging? I harp on packaging a lot. Who does my favorite packaging? I don't think that was exactly the question, but I've tweaked it for my own, you know, personal gain, I guess. So, two companies come to mind for favorite packaging, and I'll mention a, like, runner-up. Best packages I've opened have been from G-Squared Yo-Yos and from the Smashing Yo-Yo Company. Those have been the two best ones that I've opened. I think G-Squared does a nice job because they give you the pins, they give you the stickers, you get a koozie, the box art is good, the box packaging is nice, very classy, it's very, it's cool to open, and it's a good experience overall. Plus, Jake's a cool guy, so you could buy a yo-yo from Jake, and if you meet him in a contest, you know, maybe go hang out and have a beer with him, which was awesome. So, you know, I think G-Squared does a really good job as far as all that's concerned. You get the extra goodies, and Jake's a real cool guy as well. So, you know, you also get the extra bearing, and it's an overall good package, and it's, you know, you get a good yo-yo, which is, you know, really fun. It's a cool yo-yo, and then on top of that, it's a cool package, it's a cool experience overall. So, G-Squared, I think, does a really good job, and then I also think Smashing Yo-Yo Company does an exceptional job. It's very professionally done. Box comes, like, wrapped in ribbon. It's really cool. I did an unboxing. I'll try to link it here if I remember to do that when I upload the video, because I unboxed it on camera. Comes in with a ribbon that's really cool, and you know, the box is very professional, very, like, customized, like, I guess, foam in there, the yo-yo's in there, there's a business card in there, there's a pin, there's stickers, the string, you get everything. You get kitty string, it's a very well done, professional looking package. So, you know, it shows up, there's a nice yo-yo in there, and I think Smashing Yo-Yos really does a really good job with finishes as well. All the finishes on the Interlagos I really liked. looking at all of them. I thought they were all really good. I got the silver and black one, which I thought was just a little bit above everything else. I really liked Abby's model too. That would have been if the silver and black one didn't exist, I'd have got Abby's signature color. But I thought all the colorways were really cool, and so really shout out to those two companies in particular who really go above and beyond the packaging experience. I mean, I think really opening either of those is really more of an experience, and you get a great yo-yo at the same time. So it's not just fluff and packaging, it's a great yo-yo packaged wonderfully, and it's something that, like, I remember it. It's easy. It's off the top of my head. Boom, these ones. There's tons of yo-yos I don't even remember opening. I just, okay, whatever. And budget yo-yos, I'm fine with that. Top yo just kind of comes in a box with a string, and I'm cool with that because they're cheap and they're good yo-yos. But for premium yo-yos, I want premium packaging and premium unpackaging experience. So those are my two as far as that's concerned. Kind of runner-up, I think One Drop does a really great job too. There's always stickers in there. It's always kind of on this nice little cardboard stand in there, so it's sort of displayed nice when you open it. It's already strung up, so you can get right into playing with it. And the One Drop guys, particularly if you buy it from One Drop, they usually throw some extras in, and gotta love those guys because they're really awesome. So One Drop's also a great company and very good. Their packaging is more like they just give you the extras, particularly if you buy from them. They're like, here's more stickers, here's extra strings or whatever we're doing today, and it's very like kind of customized and special, and they give you the handwritten note from One Drop. They'll write it on your packing slip. So I like that too. That's a very more personal. One Drop's very personal as far as that's concerned. So I'm very I like that a lot too. As far as personal's concerned too, when you buy Zipline strings, Jeremy and his family will write you a card with the strings, and you usually get extras too with that. So I know Zipline doesn't make yo-yos, but the string unboxing and packaging is always quite an experience, and they do a really good job too. So those are probably my four best unboxing experiences as far as yo-yo stuff is concerned. I think those all do those companies get it. One Drop, G Squared, Zipline Strings, and Smashing Yo-Yo Company. Those four companies really get it, and they all take a little bit different approaches, but it's all really a really good experience. And the last question I was asked, I figured I'd do two questions this week because I didn't do one last week, is when should you change your yo-yo string? Now, again, this comes to personal preference. So this is a kitty string, and I don't know if you can see. It's starting to fray a little bit. I'm probably not going to change it yet. I feel like kitty string lasts me maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, something like that, of solid play, depending on where I am. So I only ever used really two string brands, at least nowadays. I'll use kitty string as a bulk string if I'm going to go, play with yo-yos outside, get the string sweaty, get it dirty, possibly maybe on a yo-yo that tends to slice strings a little bit. It'll get kitty string because it's cheap and I have a lot of it because it didn't cost a lot to buy a lot. So I'll use that on certain stuff. This one's not ready to go yet, but what I've found on yo-yos that don't slice string or whatever is yo-yo string will wear where the pads hit, and it'll wear funny on one end or another. This one's already kind of starting to. I can tell from looking here, but you can't tell from where you guys are. And some pads wear them faster than others. This has the snow tires. I feel like snow tires are kind of quick to wear out pads, or kind of quick to wear out strings, just because they're big and they're kind of grabby. But they're not. That doesn't make it bad. It's just they just kind of wear out strings a little quicker than just the standard 19mm pads would. But they also provide really good bind response. So I guess there's a trade-off. So I feel like they kind of wear out there, and then the yo-yos start to get tilty a little bit. So that's usually when I change them, is when I start to feel like the yo-yo is less stable than I remember it being. Usually that fixes the problem right away. Or if the string's really frayed and it's starting to snag, or if I'm starting to get more knots because of snags, I'll change it then too. So that's probably the most common reason. Also, keep an eye on your strings, see if they start to get damaged. Sometimes you'll see the strings start to, if they're frayed, And like I said, if there's grabby pads in there, or if maybe something sharp in the, maybe your yo-yo cut strings, you'll start to see like the little strands start to cut. Usually as soon as I see one, I change the string. I throw it away. Because you don't want, the last thing you want is for the string to break and your yo-yo to get beat up. Because if string breaks and your yo-yo goes ping, 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 like down the concrete, it's gonna look like it's gonna look like trash after that, and you're gonna have to polish rims or something. So I try to do that. Now, shout out to my buddies at Zipline yo-yo strings, because their strings last an eternity and retain their bounce. Very often I can use a string for months if it's on a yo-yo that I'm not throwing 3 hours a day. Oftentimes I get, 5 or 6 times, maybe even 7 times, depending on the string color. Some of these colors last an eternity. My colors in particular seem to last an eternity. I don't know if it's the black strings in there or what, but my colors seem to last an eternity. And, sometimes I can get really, really long time out of them. And, Zipline strings, I don't really have to change that often. Usually I want to put a new color on before the string needs changed. I've maybe worn out 5 strings, and I've been using Zipline strings mostly, like 90% of the yo-yos that I throw have Zipline strings on them. And I've maybe worn out 5 strings in the last, gosh, how long have I been using Zipline strings? 6 months? 5, 6 months, something like that. So I use I mess up 1 string a month on Ziplines. So it just depends on the string. Like I said, personal preference. But if you start to see some frayage or some damage or something, change it. Last thing you want is a string to break. But just keep an eye on it. You should be able to tell. Things go from being great to not so great, and it's not hard to tell. But yeah, so that's Random Tuesday Thoughts. Kind of went a little long today, but that's okay. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'll have a couple more reviews coming up this week. I still have to film them, though. But thanks so much for watching, guys. Cheers to you. Coffee. And I'll see you next time.